In this video, I'll show you how much I made from publishing low content books on Amazon KDP. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and I've built a multiple six-figure KDP business, which I eventually sold for $820,000. And now I'm building a second KDP account. So in this channel, I try to be as transparent as possible by sharing my own results and strategies that I use to achieve that kind of results. I have a whole playlist on KDP income reports that I've been doing for years and years and years, sharing my actual income and how much I made from Amazon KDP. If you guys want to check it out, go check out my channel and that playlist will be there. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. So in this video, I wanted to do an income report specifically for my low content books and kind of going over what I've learned from publishing low content books, because I mainly do high content book publishing. So if you're new to publishing and if you don't know what high content is, it's essentially standard nonfiction and fiction books that you see in bookstores, which is around 150 pages to 200 pages or so. Now, if you're just doing low content and if you think, that is the only way to make money publishing books on Amazon, then there's actually a lot more. You can do children's books, you can do fiction books. And in my case, I became really good at publishing nonfiction books. And the concept is the same. You can either make the book yourself or you can hire somebody else to make the book for you. Get the book, publish it on Amazon, market it, and you can start making money. So in my case, I did really well with nonfiction. If you check out my KDP income reports in the playlist, you will see that. But I do see a time and place for low content too, and that is something that I'm testing out as well. So I want to do a quick comparison of low content versus high content, because a lot of people ask me which is better. So with low content, obviously this is the lowest barrier of entry. It's quick to make, it's cheap, and that is why everybody's doing low content, because it's quick and cheap, right? And you can start making money. Now, it has more design heavy books, right? If you're doing coloring books, if you're doing log books, or let's say activity books, a lot of times you're dealing with designs rather than text. So if you're into that, this could be good for you. Now, because it has the lowest barrier of entry, it's going to be the most competitive. And that's something I'm going to talk about later, but this becomes very important in, deciding what you want to do. So the type of books that you can make is journals, planners, puzzle books, coloring books, etc. So more design heavy books, like I said. So with high content, this is the highest barrier of entry because it's going to take more time to make and often more money, especially if you're outsourcing the process. If you're writing the book yourself, that is, going to be pretty cheap, right? Because the majority of the cost when it comes to creating high content books is having a ghostwriter write the book for you, okay? So if you want somebody to write the book for you, obviously it's going to cost more. So that is why the barrier of entry is the highest. And this is going to be pretty important later on. But the type of books that we're going to be publishing will be more text heavy compared to low content, because once again, nonfiction, fiction, it's basically just text, right? And it's the least competitive because it has the highest barrier of entry, okay? And we're talking nonfiction and fiction books. So if you look at this image that I created, this is a comparison of high content, medium content, low content, and the level of competition, which correlates with the amount of income you can make. So if you look at the bottom here at the low content section, once again, this is going to be the most competitive because it's quick, easy. Literally anyone in the whole world can do it. And that is exactly why literally everyone in the whole world is doing low content, right? So you're going to have the most competition. And oftentimes, because of that, it's harder for your books to stand out. There's a lot of racing to the bottom when it comes to pricing. Everybody's just making the same thing, but offering it for cheaper. And this doesn't help anybody because you're essentially just training customers to buy books at a price that you're essentially making nothing, right? You're not making any royalties selling your books at $4.99 or $5.99. So a lot of that is happening. And once you move out of low content into medium content, and when you start making books that requires a little more effort into it, more time, perhaps more money, and it's harder to make, this increases the barrier of entry. And because this is harder to do, a lot of people are not willing to do it. So you're going to have much less competition, and oftentimes you can make more money because you can dominate more of the market. Now, if you go even one step further into high content books, it is the hardest to make. It takes the most amount of time, although it's not that hard to make high content still, right? It's not going to take that much time. But it is, comparing to medium content and low content, it's going to have the highest barrier of entry. Because of that, you're going to have the least competition because no one's willing to put in that work, right? And so you can often make the most amount of money. This is the case with me when I compare low content and high content myself. I do both, but I make most of my money from high content, as well as everybody I know who do both. They typically make more money from high content books. So which is better? Well, once again, just because you make more money from high content doesn't mean it's always better, right? I think both is good depending on your situation. So if you're low on budget, or you like to design things, or it's something that you really enjoy doing, then you can probably do low content because you can still make money with low content, right? But if you have some budget, perhaps you write the book yourself, or you want to make more money, you want to make some pretty life-changing amount of money, then you should probably go with high content. So let me take you over to my KDP dashboard, and this is how much I made from low content books for my second KDP account so far. So I have 16 books that is more categorized into low content books. And from the time I started this KDP account to now, which is around 9 months, I've made $2,697, which I think it's decent, but I'm going to show you how much I made from medium content books, and I'm going to show you how much I made from high content books. All right, so next one, this is my medium content books. So you can see that now it's only just 6 books selected, and I've made around $2,521 so far. And finally, this is for my high content books, which I have 6 so far, and you can see that I've made $18,579. So you can see that, on a per book basis, high content typically makes more than low content. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because low content, once again, it's easier to create, it's quicker to create. So you can make it up by publishing a ton more books, and it will require a little more, time and energy, but you can still make great money with low content. It's something that, I do both, right? I balance it out, but I prefer high content just because you can do ebook, you can do paperback, you can do audio, you can go to different distributions. With low content, most of the time it's just paperback books. You cannot do audio, you cannot do ebook, because I am making money from audio books that's not showing up in this dashboard too. So preferably you do both. I think people should start with low content if you're low on budget, if you're not making a ton of money, but then eventually strive to move towards medium content and high content. You can apply the concept of increasing your barrier of entry into low content books too. So you can still make those book types that is considered low content, but you can make it harder for your competitors to compete with you by putting in more effort, time, and perhaps money to improving your design, making your book really, really good and make it stand out from your competition. So that is my results so far with low content, medium content, high content, and my honest opinion is you should probably do both. I think both is good depending on your situation. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So before you go, I want to invite you to my 100% free Facebook group mastermind, where you can join, network with other publishers. There are people doing low content, audiobooks, high content too, all kinds of people there. You can ask any questions, connect with people, as well as just by joining, you're going to get a free case study on how to generate lasting income on Amazon KDP through book stacking. This is a case study on how I generated $40K a month, every single month from my first KDP account, which I eventually sold for $820,000, making me a KDP millionaire at age 26. And how I'm recreating that with my second account too. So the link to join the Facebook group is in the description. Finally, if you want to learn more about my flagship program called Royalty Hero, this is a complete publishing program that'll take you from A to Z. The link is also in the description. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that I will know to make more videos like this. If you have any comments, let me know, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.